Hey guys, Lunatic Fringe here. I wanted to talk to you guys because it's currently like 3:30 in the morning and I've been feeling something since something happened with this girl that I really like. So, the other day I was in her town because my friend had to drop her boyfriend off. I said, because she told me that before me and her could be a thing, she wanted to talk. I said, well, I'm in your town and I have the time. Do you want to talk now? She said, after some persuading for like 15 minutes, she said, yeah, why don't we meet at the Meritten Bay YMCA? And I said, okay. We get there. I call her maybe 7 times. Constantly ignores it. My friend tries. Ignoring that too. I text her saying we're here. No reply. Didn't even see it. I try to call her again. Her 8-year-old friend answers the phone and says she was asleep. Find out later she's in the bathroom. I feel like, I'm sure a lot of you feel this. When you get turned down or pushed to the side by someone you really, really care about, it hurts. And I know I've mentioned this in the past with other exes, but I don't know what to do. I'm starving myself because I feel like I'm nothing, because I've been starving myself for a good week. At least trying to anyway. Every now and then it'll fail and somebody will offer me food and I'll give in. I went the whole day without eating today. I had maybe 2 slices of pizza, that was it. That was because my dad ordered it. There's this part of me that whenever I'm in this state, all I want to do is feel pain. I'll punch my ribs, I'll try to break them. I'll kick like my dresser or a wall and try to break my leg or my arm. I'll go like this and throw my arm at a fucking wall just to try to break it. And coffee doesn't help. I took a shower and I did nothing but lean. Obviously I showered, but other than that, I did nothing but lean against the wall and cry. And I can read you the messages from this chick. All I wanted to do was cry, because I've loved her for over almost a year now. And I didn't get the chance to tell her until like March. I didn't get the courage to tell her till like March or April, right before I started dating my ex Kyle. She was happy with every other boyfriend she ever had. The day I asked her out, she chose some guy over me. Some of you might know how that feels. I always know what that feels like. So, this is what I said, because we had to go to one of my friend's appointments. I told her, we're heading back in a bit. She said, the time you get here, it's going to be too late. I said, so you can't talk today? How about you give me I was asking her if she could tell me, like, the street. This way I could meet her down the street from her house. Then out of nowhere, I'm still trying to find out if this was her or the 8-year-old, said, learn how to spell. I said, what do you mean? She said, never mind. I said, please, I want to see you. She said, it's not my fault, sorry. I said, whatever. Always another time. She said, I'm sorry. I sent her a video that I put together. And she still won't let me live it down that I put a picture of her sister in there thinking it was her. And then I texted her at 8:10 saying, can you still come out? Because we'll be back soon in 10 minutes. She said, no, sorry. I said, are you sure? Please, I really want to talk with you. She said, yeah, sorry. I said, well, do you have a date in mind so I can brief my friend on it? Because she works the next 2 days. And then I told her to listen to a song that I was listening to because I was in a mood. I said, listen to Not Over You by Gavin DeGraw. So I feel about you right now. It's not bad, don't worry. She just sent, like, the little periods. I said, Jen, I love you. I said, I love you, and I'm doing everything I can do to see you and talk to you. But every chance I get, something happens, whether it be you can't come out, or me forgetting to text you when I leave my friends. I don't want to lose you before I get you, like I did with someone twice, and almost with my ex. I'm trying to see you before vacation so I have a memory to remind myself of you when I go out of town. I told her I'm in her town now. She goes, what part? I said, by the 7-Eleven. I said, if you want to meet, give me an address. Hurry before we leave. She said, just forget it. I said, no, we're still here. You want us to pick you up and we can hang for 5 while we talk? What's the full name of it? Because this was after I called her and she said, yeah, we can meet at YMCA. I said, we're going there now. We're here. Are you coming? I need to know. She said, I try to leave. My dad won't let me out. I'm sorry. And then my friend texted her and started saying, if you don't have feelings for this girl, then stop messing with her heart. Something like that. And then she texts me way after the fact saying, really, you had someone curse me out. The fact that I tried to sneak out to see you and got caught and got my ass beaten. I don't know whether or not to believe that. I said, she wasn't going to beat your ass, and I know you tried to sneak out, but the 8-year-old I know for a fact was your sister. There is no way you're friends with an 8-year-old. And I didn't tell her to send that. She asked for your number saying she was going to talk to you. She said, 1, yes, I'm friends with 8-year-olds. These are my only friends. And she sent me 2 pictures. These are my only friends. Yes, they are younger than me. So what? They're the only ones here for me when I need them. They mean everything to me. Well, maybe you shouldn't have an 8-year-old lie for you saying you're asleep. And I'm here for you too. But every time I ask what's wrong, you push me away. I know I'm a dumb bitch and a psycho, but at least this psycho tries. But I guess that doesn't count for much when it comes to you. She goes, 1, I didn't tell her to lie. To lie. I tell to people that because I don't want people to know if I'm in the bathroom. Anything else you would like me to explain it? I said, if you don't want to be with me, just tell me, because you're dragging it on and messing with my emotions, and there's always an excuse when it comes to seeing me in person. So I need you to make up your mind instead of messing with my emotions, because it hurts, and you know what it feels like to be hurt, so why do you do it to me? Why do it to me? She said, 1, I'm not messing around with you. 2, if you haven't noticed, I have a life. I have a life too. I don't sit around all day. I have things to do. And I just said, you claim to have so much to explain, so fucking explain. She read that and never replied back. And that was 2 days ago today. Hi, Mousy. Yes, you'll get food. So, I don't know what to do. Come here, girl. I honestly don't know what to do. Don't you dare claw. Because after I broke up with my ex, she was the first one I went to. She was one of the first people I went to. I really loved her, but things got in the way. I felt way too much that she was fucking with my emotions, and I miss her. I hate to say that I do, but I do. I might be bisexual, and I might not have a lot of people on my back for this, but she was there when I first came out to everybody. She was the first one to know I won, because I told her actually, no, she wasn't the first. My friend Max was, but she was the first one to actually accept me, like, right away. Because she was too, and she knew how it felt. I wanted to be with her so bad. But it's not happening. And yeah, I know, I'll get over her in a couple days. But for now, it's one of the hardest things I'm doing. My hair is a fucking mess. Well, that happened. It's one of the hardest things I'm doing. Because I want to talk to her so bad. I want to be able to text her. But if I text her, I feel like I'm just going to fuck things up even more. All I want to do is see her smile. And the video that I put together is all I have left. When you feel like this, when you feel depressed, sad, overwhelmed, your first instinct is to cut. And for the past 24 hours, it's what I wanted to do. I'm holding myself back because I don't want to feel the pain, and I'm afraid that if I do feel the pain enough, I'll get used to it and I'll start craving it. I'll start enjoying the pain a little too much. I already hurt my fucking arms. I tried to break my ribs. This girl doesn't understand how much I doesn't understand how much I care for her, that I'm actually hurting myself because she doesn't care to know. And then I got into a fight with her on fucking Snapchat a while back. Maybe beginning of the week. Because I felt like shit. Because I had a head cold. And if you give me a second, I'll read the messages. But I felt like shit, and I guess she didn't take kindly to that because she probably felt like shit too. What is this? I'm sorry. she probably felt like shit at the time too. But yeah, her name is in my fucking Snapchat is Heartbreaker now. All I wanna do is finally be with you. So I forget what this was Monday. It was Monday. Monday morning or Monday afternoon at 1 something p.m. I said, "What you doing?" She said, "Nothing." Okay. And that message was 2 minutes apart. I said, "Sorry, I just feel like shit." She goes, "So do I, but who cares, right?" I said, "What's wrong?" "I care, I just have an enormous head cold. Talk to me, please." She goes, "What do you want me to say?" After 3 minutes of not replying because I was out of the room getting tissues because this was when I was over at my friend's house. She said, "Exactly, bye." I said, "I'm sorry, I was out of the room getting tissues. Tell me why you feel like shit." Tuesday, 11:43 a.m. "What you doing?" "I'm sorry about yesterday. I really care about you. You okay?" She goes, "What do you want from me?" I said, "I just want to know if you're okay. I'm here to talk. I love you." She goes, "Now you do. Wow." Then I go off into a rant. I said, "What do you mean now I do? I always loved you. I always did. I cried the first time my dumb ass asked you out because you chose a guy over me. The second time you got jumpy because of your dad. The third time I dated you for an hour and you broke up with me because you believed your friend when she said I didn't care about you when she didn't even know me. Then I tell you out of the blue, I feel like shit because I got a head cold and you stopped talking to me for a day. What's wrong?" I just said that in all caps. "I'm not saying anything is your fault. I'm saying then that when I try to be here for you, you turn around and go to somebody else." She goes, "No, not going to anyone." "Okay, but I try to be here for you when you feel like shit. Then I say I feel like shit because I was sick and you complained nobody cared for you and stopped talking to me for a day." She goes, "I know, I do that." And I just said, "Okay, but warn me. I thought you were going to ignore me forever. I like you a lot. I can't afford to fuck shit up." The last we talked about that. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. I know people that cut, and it really doesn't do much for some people, but everybody else, they feel joy when they cut because it gives them something to anchor themselves to. Yeah, now I have nothing. All I want to do is cry. And as some people know, not everybody accepts you for being part of LGBT or whatever they're calling it now, because it seems to change every week. The only ones that can cheer me up anymore now, because Jacksepticeye and Markiplier used to make me laugh 24/7. Now it's Thomas Sanders, Dodie, and Shane. Sometimes the occasional Jeffree Star. That's only when he's giving shade to makeup brands. Bianca Del Rio. And half the time I don't even watch this stuff anymore. The only thing I watch is any fucking Thomas Sanders vid that has anxiety in it. Because of my life ever since I turned LGBT, or realized that I was. I've been anxious. I've been having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, the whole 9 yards. And when I get panic attacks, I black out. And I'm not going to say I lose control, because you can't lose control. And I'm not going to say I can't control anything that happens, because that would be... You can always control what happens. I just don't have the strength. I don't have the strength to control anything. When I'm in a panic attack, I black out. And my part of my body just goes into a dark room, curled up in a fetal position, staring through a small little window far away from me. Obviously it would be bigger if it came closer, and it's just me doing things. I have a psychiatrist now because I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, suicidal tendencies. So whenever I wake up, I have marks all over my arms. I don't know anymore. I really don't know. I chew on gum to try to help the stress, but it doesn't work. If I go into a panic or anxiety attack, I run into my room before I can black out, and I lock the door. Normally it's because there's too much yelling around, or I'm just in a state of panic. I know one of my videos is about suicide and cutting and everything. But at this point, I'm 17, about to be 18 next month. At this point, it seems like a good topic. I don't know. I just want to die.